What's the craziest thing your kids ever did after you screamed in the middle of the night? For me, it happened at exactly 2 a.m. I woke up screaming so loud the whole house shook. I was sweating like crazy because, in my dream, my husband was cheating on me. And then suddenly he turned into some monster and jumped at me. My scream was so loud, I'm pretty sure even the neighbor's dog woke up and started barking. Within 20 seconds, my son Johnny came charging into my bedroom, holding his baseball bat like he was about to take down an intruder. Right behind him was my daughter, Mia, gripping her stuffed unicorn like it was some kind of deadly weapon. And then came Grandpa, stomping in with plaid pajamas, a phone in one hand and a slipper in the other like he was ready for battle. "Who touched her?" Johnny shouted, aiming the bat directly at my husband, who was still sitting up in bed half asleep, blinking at everyone like he had no clue what was going on. Mia jumped in right after. "Yeah, Daddy, did you hurt Mommy?" Grandpa didn't waste a second. He squinted at my husband, already dialing 911, and said, "Don't you worry, sweetheart, we'll put him away tonight." Meanwhile, my poor husband sat up in his boxers, totally confused, yelling, "What? I didn't do anything." And then Johnny dropped the biggest bomb. "Mom, did Dad hit you?" Grandpa gasped so loud, it sounded like he was watching the finale of a soap opera. Mia started crying and hurled her unicorn right at my husband's face. He was sitting there dodging stuffed animals, panicking and shouting, "It was a dream, wasn't it?" I had to wave my arms like a referee breaking up a fight. "Stop! Stop! It was just a nightmare! Nobody hurt me!" I yelled. The whole room froze. Johnny slowly lowered the bat but still looked suspicious. Mia crossed her arms and muttered, "Dreams are just practice for real life." Grandpa narrowed his eyes and said, "Fine, I'll believe it for now." I thought it was finally over, but nope. My kids decided they needed to guard me for the rest of the night. Johnny dragged a chair into the hallway and sat there with his bat across his lap like he was on duty. Mia taped her unicorn to the wall so it could keep watch. Grandpa set his phone alarm to go off every 15 minutes so he could check if I was still alive. At 4 a.m., I woke up again. Not because I screamed, but because Johnny had tied yarn across my bedroom doorway like a tripwire. He whispered, "In case Dad tries anything." Mia had built a wall of Legos in front of the closet because apparently, bad guys always hide there. And Grandpa? He was just sitting in the kitchen, eating cereal like all this was totally normal. The next morning, Johnny proudly told the neighbors, "Don't worry, I protected Mom from Dad last night." Mia added, "Yeah, but Grandpa almost had him arrested first." And there was my poor husband, standing in the driveway, looking like the most defeated man in America. Later that day, I overheard Mia whispering to her unicorn, "If Daddy's bad again, we'll send him to jail." Johnny, meanwhile, was already sketching house defense plans in his notebook, complete with lasers and trapdoors. And Grandpa? He actually suggested we install security cameras. Just in case. So yeah, one nightmare about my cheating husband turned into a full-on midnight trial, where my husband nearly got kicked out of his own bed, almost arrested by his father-in-law, and attacked by a stuffed unicorn. Funniest nightmare aftermath I've ever lived through.